your life is dumb. Head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you're feeling bad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club.
Just imagine how unprofessional someone has to be with a big hacking up along the moment that the broadcast gets started. What an amateur. Okay. It's morning in Taiwan. 5:31 in the AM. And we have an announcement. We have some fun times headed your way. Yeah, if you're listening to this right now, unless you're listening after May 28th, in which I apologize, but I hope you do listen after May 28th, but just maybe not to this specific broadcast on demand. Maybe you do want to see this sort of stuff. Maybe there's some reason why all these archived broadcasts of old streams are interesting. I don't know why. Freak show stuff, maybe, or like I don't know how long my microphone has been on mute. I don't know how long it's been on mute. That's embarrassing. Speaking of Bush League, we start the stream off with coughing. Then we have our mic muted for who knows how long. This is not a great start to a Monday morning. All right. Well, let's see. Trash Panda, I'm always trying to make that work. Always trying to make that work. Do something fun. I don't know what I've unlocked yet for Trash Panda, or if there's any big changes we need to make. I guess, dragons would make the most sense because you can continue to make treasures and stuff. All right, we've got a Thunder of Dragons in there. That's pretty good. We got the Maverick and Icewing. Got Flopsy. Yeah, I think we're good the way it is. Let's go. Alright, speaking of dragons. So now we just have to find a way to start creating some treasures. Can puck this to get it a little bit more burly. Try to pop that quest so we can make one of those treasures that I was telling you about. Alright. Ooh, Nelly. Word of Anger is interesting, but a Masterwork of Spells, you buff your spells +4/+4. In a trash build, Trash Panda build, not entirely sure what the way to go is, but I think a Wand of Anger is more flexible than the Masterwork. I mean, +4 buff from spells is good, but this is just anytime you cast a spell. So you could cast that spell where you get a character from your tier, and everybody gets +2 attack. Or you could cast a spell, like Lost in the Woods, that just re-rolls your shop. Everybody gets +2 attack. I think I want to do this. I think I want to do that. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. You could take that spell. Or some of these spells that are just like, well, I don't have anything better to do. I guess I'll do this. You're getting the +2/+2 on the slot, but then all your characters are also getting the attack. So let's do that. I don't really have anything here that I want to build on. Maybe we take the daughter just for another chance at treasure. Feels kind of bad to take this out, but I guess we're not going to lose that much attack. And we might lose this round. Ouch. Especially when you don't hit that Santa Claus. That was pretty inopportune trading. Alright, Fairy Dragon could at some point be really good. Mechanical Dragon. It's probably good to get that down right away. It's just going to give us the continual treasures and continually adding plus to our attack. And that'll synergize well with the Fairy Dragon. Alright. There's one for the Daughter of Athena. Um, it's nice to see that fat Santa and get him right out of there. Don't even mess around. All right, we still need 2 more of this. I don't want this around, but I do want to get more treasures. Oh, I would love a good stinky though. I'm starting to see stinky meta a lot more stinkies than there used to be. I don't know if that's playing higher ranked games or if it's just people are realizing that stinky's really good against really big fat characters swinging for 200-300 damage and then just getting that flung back at themselves. I think I'm gonna do this. All right, there we go. One of these for the Athena, and we can finish the Athena. Peter Pan. It's always fun to get 2 treasures with Aladdin, but Peter Pan will help. My Jill Sunshine. Now we can do the master work of scrolls. I wasn't sold on it at first, but now I think, we're casting enough spells, it's probably okay. All right, now we can start Dragon Nation. This feels like a pretty good board, although when I see that Rat King come out and snipe my dragon back there, I kind of feel like, gulp, this is not that good of a board. All right, Worm Scale Tinkerer. Each fight, improve your treasure buffs. That's seems like something I would like to do. Oh, you know what else? I think I've realized this interaction before, but Worm Scale Tinkerer will be buffing all of these Dragon Claws as well. So they start with +1 attack, and then they go to +2, +3, and then they go to +4, +5. That's, yeah, that's pretty good. Get this for more treasures. Although the spell thing might have been good too. Maybe I should have taken the spell thing and just started leaning into more spells with the Ironcast Dragon. That might have actually been what I should have done. I think I chose too quickly. Oh, and now I've made him too big and he's never going to die. I'm too good at the game. Yeah, I immediately regret now not taking that spell slinger one. Alright, at least this way, maybe my mechanical dragon will die if I'm going up against massive toy builds. Nope, he still hasn't died. Okay. Maverick and Ice Wing. That should pop very quickly. Now we can see if that golden fountain was worth it. Pirates. Has this always been this way? Double this bonus whenever you lose a fight. I think it's only usually +5 attack, right? So that gets doubled every time you lose a fight. Scary doppelganger. Here we go. Pop that golden boy. I want all sorts of claws. Oh, look at these dragon claws. Getting better by the moment. Thunder of dragons for more dragons? Don't see why not. True Love's Kiss is unfortunate. I don't think I want to take that. All right, that Rat King is a problem. We're gonna have to start scaling my dragons better. All right, this is a mage, yes. I think we can ignore the gold here and just get a new shop. All right, spells are going absolutely nuts. But that spooky Rat King, is there anything I can do about that? The rest of his board is not huge. But the spooky Rat King. Okay, we took out Herc. That feels pretty good. All right, still didn't pop the mechanical dragon, but okay. Ho! I like all those treasures. Gravity Well is pretty bad this late, but, you know, it's still more buffs. Oh, Flopsy. Is it too late for Flopsy? It might be too late to try to get that Flopsy. And a black hole. I think my board is big enough. I don't think I need to worry about a black hole right now, right? Worm Scale just ups all of this. I think we're big enough. Oh, that's too bad. No, still got it. Okay. I told you, we got that first 6th place out of the way, and it's smooth sailing the rest of the way. Here we go. Little Trashy P, first place. Smooth sailing. Every 5 cards. All right, let's do it. Melody. Here we go. Daughter of Athena. Daughter of Owlcat. Can I confirm? Okay, I gotta look this up now. All right, I don't know anything about. I think that's probably what, a Greek myth, Athena? Probably Greek. All right. In concise fashion, tell me the story of Athena. All right.
The story of Athena.
Here we go.
Athena was the Greek goddess of wisdom, war strategy, crafts, and justice. Born fully armoured from the forehead of Zeus after he swallowed her pregnant mother Metis, Athena immediately became Zeus's favourite child.
Can we just stop and think about that sentence for a second? Born fully armored from the forehead of Zeus after he swallowed her pregnant mother Metis, Athena immediately became Zeus's favorite child. Makes you think about your own family dynamics, I guess. Okay.
As patron deity of Athens, she won the city by gifting its people the olive tree, defeating Poseidon in a contest.
Okay.
She remained a virgin goddess, focusing on intellect rather than romance.
Sure.
Known for her strategic brilliance in battle, Athena helped heroes like Odysseus, Perseus, and Heracles. She was also the patroness of crafts, especially weaving famously turning the boastful Arachne into a spider. Athena's symbols included the owl, olive tree, aegis shield, and spear. Her Roman equivalent was Minerva.
Okay. Well then. Might not be a cat owl. Might just be an owl owl. I think I wanted it to be a cat owl because, well, who wouldn't want it to be a cat owl? All right, faux familiar, I'm sorry. I really want to take that. Also, look at that puck, though. That puck's good for finishing quests as well as buffing up my team. I really miss that faux familiar, though. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't miss it. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not a big deal. I don't want to add you to the team, Santa Claus. But I do want the fact that you are a hero. Okay, breadcrumbs, I think, goes well with this hero power. Even though these two might be, these two might be better for stats. But this is going to keep getting us some. Yeah, sure. I'll take a Pix. Lesser Mimic or Twin Shot. I never take Secret Map. Never. Is that a problem? Is that my problem that I never take Secret Map? The thing is by turn 12, I feel like your strategy's in place, your team's in place. Getting some random legendary treasure at that point just doesn't feel. Make that secret rare. And then I think. And it even goes with Secret Map. Secret Map, get a secret rare. That would be something I would take. That would be something that would be worth hanging on to. Also, the fact that this is useless after turn 12, it feels kind of bad. Maybe we just do a twin shot here for now. More interested in just surviving these early battles as much as possible until I know what it is that I'm doing. Okay, Calypso's kind of interesting. Because eventually I do need to be thinking about spell slinging and buffing everybody. We'll put slash right there. So unfortunately, not doing much for my current team. But I think we're starting to get somewhere. Another chaos. And a greedy Calypso. We could add Morgan so that we have another mage. There we go. There we go. Feeling better about my team already. So this only gives the +1s. So getting like a greed doesn't do any good. It's only treasure hoard 1. That's not going to improve the greeds. That's still okay. All right, that punching bag was a problem. All right, there's foe again. I mean Fae familiar. I lose my Lost in the Woods by doing this. But eventually I do need to like figure out my board. So this is okay. We gotta make the tough choices here, but eventually we're gonna get to a point where the whole front are mages. Ah, and a golden Calypso. Yeah. Wow, none of these are particularly useful to what I'm doing right now. I guess Dragon Dice, because I don't have any farewells. I don't envision on having a lot of farewells. I also don't really envision having a lot of dragons, though. Unless it's the iron... what's it called? Iron Skillet Dragon, whatever that one's called. I guess we'll just do this. Look, we got a dragon already. Does Jasmine Dragon proc itself? I think it does. Alright, we're definitely taking this. Sure it does. Okay, so... wow. Okay, between the Masterwork Scrolls and the Captain's Power, I did not realize how big my spells were getting. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, speaking of slow, is Mirror Mage too slow? This is only when it's cast on me. Cast it again. That might be too slow. I don't know. It really depends on what we have next. But then there's also Merlin. Oh, Merlin, actually. It's kind of the... Merlin is kind of the nuts when it comes to mage spellcasting. True Love's Kiss. I could be really silly with that Merlin. Let's just change the dragon. Okay. A little meatiness on the front line. Well, we did have some meatiness on the front line. All right, let's spell sling. Prospero. 6/6 for each mage you've recruited. We'll get him right up to his quest level midnight. We're not quite big enough yet to deal with all this junk. We're gonna need to do something about that. Hunting, farewell, bronze. Are we big enough to hunt yet? That is a slot buff. If we're not big enough to hunt yet, we will be soon. Who would I swap with if I took Wizard of Oz? To be the Fey familiar. Would that be enough? It's an 8459. This is 2626. So I lose a little less than half of my stats right now. But I add it to the front row, and eventually this will get bigger. But it's turn 11. I don't know how long I have. Otherwise, I just meet. Otherwise, I just meet in a tavern, get a random character, and maybe I get lucky and it's a Wizard of Oz. So I'm getting +4, +2, and then +5, +5. So almost 10/10 every time I cast a spell. Let's just try to get another Wizard of Oz. Let's just try to have it show up. Nope. Okay. We're good if, oh, look at the hunting that's happening. All right, there's Wizard of Oz again. I don't know. I know eventually the support is going to be really good, and it is a mage, so it's still going to get buffed. But I'm having a hard time. I feel like it's just not as good as taking the Lost in the Woods, giving everybody 10/10. I'm having a hard time with that. I do need to find a way to take more cards, though. I do need to find a way to take more cards. Way to generate more spells. I don't know. I don't remember if I've seen Rudolph yet this game, but we've only gotten up to a golden chaos, right? Or a silver chaos. Okay. So this is who we struggled with last time. And we're doing slightly better on board. We lasted to the monkeys. But I can see where the monkeys are still going to get way out of hand if we can't scale a little faster. What's the True Love's Kiss on Prospero do? There's not a lot of mages in the secret rares. There is Zeus. Zeus would be like, that would be one of the better ones I could get with the True Love's Kiss. Do we go for a Zeus? I mean, there's a lot of secret rares that are good by themselves, but my goal would be, oh yeah, like there's the Fays that make themselves bigger when everybody else gets bigger. I don't know. It's probably worth it. Prospero's not doing anything there except being swole. Echoing. Is this the one that when one of your other characters gets a buff? Okay. Okay. So this one's actually okay, because this should copy everybody else's buffs. So yeah. This one should be okay. It's a little lower on stats than Prospero, but so the only stats it'll get from the hunts would be the bounty contract. It doesn't get the other ones because that's a slot buff. Ooh. Yeah, we still got some work to do now. That is going to scale nicely. Next character at 1616. It would be nice to reliably find a way to cast more spells. Hey, here's a way to cast more spells. All right, we take the Sun Fairy and essentially re-roll the shop, or just grab the Silver Moon and call it a day. I'm still not sure if I should have kept that Wizard of Oz, or if I should have taken the Wizard of Oz. I think it's okay, though. Silvery Moon maybe on the Echoing Fae, and then we call it a day, right? Or do we want to silver something else and then it copies the buff? Yeah, let's silver Merlin. So this scales pretty quickly. That works out pretty well. All right. This is the best that my board has looked like when going up against the monkeys. And a stroke on top of it. Ooh. Random bronze character of your shop's rarity. We could re-roll the Fae, I think. Maybe we get that Wizard of Oz after all, finally. No. But that's not bad. Since this is probably the last fight of the game, that's not bad at all. Maybe I should have moved the Titania over. Well, it's all right. It's doesn't matter. All right, I told you we needed to get that first awful Jason game out of the way. Now we're doing 2 first places in a row. 1 bad 6 and then 2 firsts. And then we'll skip. It's weird to skip the first fight. And it feels like, you know how King Midas, you start with a broken heart? This one is kind of skipping with a broken heart with extra steps. Oh, that's a good one. I have yet to see, I know the numbers on Skip are really high. Like he was like a tier, what, B or tier A the last time I checked. So there must be a good advantage to being able to take like uncommon stuff this early, or a turn early, or whatever it is. I have not fully seen that advantage yet, to be honest. But I'm also the guy that refuses to think that mysterious eggs are good. I've never gotten a good egg evolve, like ever. So take that with a grain of salt. Despicable Smee is not good enough for the stepmother quest. I think we take the bear. We're getting slot buffs with that. Even if I don't go animal. We could swap this and do this. Get a nice front line plus the extra buffs here, and then I think we switch the cat. Try to get it to go first. There we go. Not ideal with the trades, but okay. We'll heal that heart. I guess we heal that with Navi too, but let's re-roll the shop. That stepmother is looking pretty lonely. Any villains? I can get a Katamari with this. None of the villains feel like showing up. Keeping the front line fairly swole. Even new improved underdog couldn't keep up with us. Okay, there's another animal, so we can finish off the stepmother. Can we mimic something good? Or do we just keep staying board-centric with Twin Shot? Let's try to mimic something. Eventually, this is not... I mean, it's turn 6. We're going to get to a point where this is not really very good. So we got to do more than just this. We got to do more than just this beast, this animal build. Especially when we're trading like this. Holy cow. All right, that was a pretty good Mockingbird. All right, where's the pivot? So this is the part that I think is the reason why my gameplay has slowed down a bit since the higher MMR. I feel like I don't pivot as well in a moment like this as other players. So like, you know, we have to start doing something pretty significant with this board. Because I don't think this is enough on the current path, but I don't know where to pivot to, because I'm not going to suddenly do a Fey build. And, you know, I think Midas Touch is probably the best choice, but is it going to be like Boon Willow? Is that enough? Sparkles is +3 to all. Well, slot buffs. I guess this might be kind of an ugly fight. We'll see. Still not scaling quite as much as I thought the board might be. So, what pops out from the Mockingbird? Good enough? There's not going to be like a mainline animal build that's going to win the game though, right? Like, even if I wanted to take animals to the last few turns, with Skip, I'm not getting any animal synergy. Like, maybe Princess Animal, because that can get silly with stuff like Wink, but just animals by itself with no other help, there's no way that can keep up. All right. Give villains +4/+4. Could be time to swap out Scar. Katamari almost never goes too long. Maybe I do this though. I mean, the sneak and ranged is like pretty good. Hercules. Now that could be a game closer. If I can get this guy buff enough. Double eights in the front. Can I lose Boon Willow? I think Boon Willow would be first to go. Maybe Mockingbird. Although right now Mockingbird has been doing a lot for me. Okay, it might be Boon Willow. It's gonna make the front suffer. Quite a bit. And I've got to get the Herc. I got to get the Herc buffed. Okay. It's just gonna be Mockingbird. I know that sounds crazy. Okay. Let's just have it go first slot and Mixo Macho and Cross Fingero and then maybe-o. We win-o. Oh no, the Blackbeard. Oh no. Hit that innkeeper. No. Plans have gone awry. Plans have gone awry. Quite quickly. Man, you hit that Pyrat and it's game over. Game over. Look at this. Somebody else is doing the animal build. And without any other synergies. If I can get that Herc to hunt. Oh no. No. No, this is GG. I had my window. You can't let a Jack Sparrow with a Blackbeard and an Innkeeper. That just, you just can't beat that. I had my window. I had my narrow window. If I hit the Mixo Macho with the Hercules on the Pyrat, I might get a couple hunts from the last round. Get this guy big enough to take this entire board, but no. I'll take my third place. Third place is fine. Third place is fine. And here you go. Like I was talking about, where's the pivot there? Because I had an animal thing going. Animals seem to be okay. But I didn't have that one thing to like get me over the top. Now granted, there are very few things against a really good like optimized Jack Sparrow are going to get you over the top. You got to get a little bit lucky. Maybe cast some of the right spells, stroke, get a good stroke, or get a good even a Shrink Tea, I guess, but that's still not going to be enough. Because then it's just a one for one trade. Yeah, I don't know if there's much I was going to do to win that. But I still need to figure out where my pivot is. Because Geppetto. Let's do Geppetto. still got to figure out how I'm pivoting though. Because that is true. That is true in all of these auto battlers. That's true in all of these like roguelike or deck builders. When you're building something and there's some early synergy and it's going well, but then the early synergy is not enough to sustain you for the rest of the game. There's the point where it's like, okay, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do. That's true with me for almost all games. I hit that moment almost every game. That's a personal thing that I think I need to work on just as a game player. All right, this guarantees we hit the stepsisters, right? Unless that gets hit first. Almost guarantees we finish that quest. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to take Warren's shield and Robin Hood's bow more often. I don't want to sleep on that buff that you get to your first character each turn. But I need to be thinking about a toy build and what's going to be the best for that. I guess there's not really a lot of supports in a toy build, right? Probably not. The first slot having +5 is helpful if we have a good toy, farewell toy in the beginning. Let's do the Warren Shield and just invest in the future. Correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't really seen a lot of toys yet. So yep, still haven't seen a lot of toys yet. But I am gonna silver this because if I can gold it, it's gonna help with Geppetto's hero power. Captain's power. Captain's ability. There's a toy, not the one I wanted. That's a pretty weak turn. All right, Woody. None of the toys that I am looking for. All right, a busted bot, a little too little, too late there, I'm afraid. But eventually, I do need to lean into Geppetto's hero power. Spoiled Prince. Yeah. Boy, this is weak. Weak sauce. Let's turn this around, or this is going to be one of the worst Geppettos I've ever had. All right, G-Man. I think we got to get away from the stepmother. I think we got to get away from the stepmother. Might even want to get away from this Jack Frost. Is Frankie big enough to start scaling turn 7? Is it ever too late to Frankie? Woof. Okay, well, 2 first place. It's gonna take its toll. Honestly, I don't know how we squeaked 5th place out of that one. But okay. There's Princess Animal. Although I don't know if I want to do... Let's take the old DM. Sometimes I just take captains because I know that they're not great and I want to... And I want to just have a little bit of a challenge. I don't understand how people get these sorts of boards early on. All right, let's try to take some more stats here. Wow. Okay. Okay. What a mess. What a mess. Wow. Okay. I don't know what that was. Six praise. Disgrace to family. That's what that was. All right, Dorothy. Help me out. Help me out. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. We're gonna get a little redemption though. Okay. Now we can choose two. We'll go with the scrolls, and then we'll mimic something else. Not just because secret map is bad and needs a buff. Alright, that could have gone a lot better. Could have gone a lot better. There we go. Back on track. That's good. So we lean a little bit into the spells with this. So I don't care about heroes. I don't think I care about heroes. I didn't think about the mimic. But I don't no. I don't think having the heroes +4/+4 makes that big of a difference. Heroes are so scattered. It's such a scattered strategy. I think it's fine. We do want to get a quest though. I guess I didn't need to keep Toto, but when my guys are making these bads of trades, that one extra attack didn't really matter that much. Okay, lion. Lion is a quest. Lion does not necessarily feel reassuring though. Where my board is at. I think it's gonna die if I leave it out here, but well, let's just try it. Guess he left his lion out there. All right. Start leaning on some treasures. Ouch. All right, if I can make the Cowardly Lion just proc a couple more times, it will have been worth this. Maybe put him down here. Get through some of the beefiest of the beefs. Oh. Okay. Okay. We just need one more. Hmm. Oh, that's too bad. Why'd you have to put all the good stuff front loaded and leave us with this trash at the end? All right, just one more lion pop. Oh, the beef boys are at the end. That's no way to pop a lion. All right, well we'll get a quest here with Maverick. Silver turns gold. Back row plus 10. Do I want a legendary spell? The only legendary spell I can think of offhand is Stroke. And Stroke's pretty good. But I think for this, maybe I want to go silver turn gold. I mean, that is another way to get treasures. Yeah. Okay, how bad's this jack gonna be? Pretty bad. Yeah, pretty bad. And it didn't even wait for any of these little bimbos back here to hit my lion. At least you could have hit my lion with one of those little babies. Gloves. Okay. And now I'm getting 2 treasures because I goldened the iron cast. Wait, am I not getting 2? Oh, it goes to random uncommon. That's what happens when it gets gold. Okay. Hachi Machi. This is... Okay. I'm not gonna live much longer. And it's all your fault. Sorry you had to see that. Alright, Nessie is just for stats, but even Nessie's not enough. poop right now. Yep, we're not. Nope, nope. The biggest lie in that Once Upon a Galaxy tier chart was saying that Jack isn't a tier S. Like, I know that you have to get a little bit lucky with the minions that you take, but having that double hunt consistently is so good. And then when you hit someone like the Kraken, or when you hit someone like Herc at the end, or when you don't even have to wait to the legendaries. You can get the Innkeeper and already start going nuts with the Innkeeper at rare before you get to the legendaries. Third place is fine, but man, I don't think I Dorothy'd hard enough. I think I needed to lean harder onto the treasures so that my dragons were bigger, so I could keep up. So, is that Athena with Metis? Am I saying that right? Metis? Or is that Athena with Athena's daughter? See, I didn't really get a good description of everything that's going on. All of these heroes feel kind of just okay. Clonesy? Maxi? Athene? Clones is fun when it's fun. Now, the way that they described Jack on the document was like tier 2, like a B level, works when it works. When it doesn't, it's trash. I feel kind of the same way about clones. When it works, it's good. But a lot of the time, it's just kind of bad. It's just kind of trash. And the key that I found to winning with clones is you got to survive. Like, you got to build your board to survive early on. Like, you want those treasures, but you have to make it to turn 10. Like, yes, the treasures are important, but you have to make it to turn 10 first. If you survive and get to that point and you got a couple OP treasures and you can double that, that's when the game really that's when it really starts to open up. +5 health. Let's just stay alive. And we've got a quest right here. Perfect. The monkey to take out the puck. The puck to take out the shark. Oh, it all worked out. It all worked out. I don't know if that's the best one, but it's the one that I want. And I don't know if that one's the best one, but I'm just hoping to get a lucky trade from him. Yeah, no. Did hunt once, so that's nice. Do I want to crack the rest of my heart? Try to put some beef on the front line? That's a lot of beef. I'm not buffing up that frost, that lich anytime soon. What's the foul lich? I'm not buffing him up anytime soon. Okay. We'll take this primarily for the recruit. That's a really nice recruit. All right, I guess it really wants me to take Lightning Bolt because it's pushed this on me twice. We'll get a double Lightning Bolt. Maybe if I do that, I can swap the Ahab. So we take out a couple things. Maybe I'll get lucky and Ahab will hunt in the very last. No. It's okay, it's okay. He's one of the worst quests in the whole game. Even though you can get him out early, he just is. He's one of the worst in the whole game. And we're up to turn 6 and we've only gotten 2 treasures. I could go for the long Kiddick play, but that just doesn't seem very reliable. All right, we swap one bad treasure for a slow treasure. Oh, I guess I won that last one. I was thinking, hey, this will reward me for being a loser. But it looks like I must have won that last one. Stinky. All right, Mimic. So that gives us a couple turns to hit something really good. We double up on that. Jeez Louise. All right, we have to be alive first. Remember when I was telling you? You got to be alive when you're playing clones. Okay, just think this one through. We can Tin Man. I guess the Charming is pretty expendable. Farewells. Gravity Well is so slow. Galactic Rock. It just doesn't help us right now. It just doesn't help us stay alive. I guess Gravity Well sort of helps, and it would be a nice one to double. I mean, yeah, the Mimic, I guess it's going to double it, but I just don't. I'm feeling my mortality. None of these really help us right now as well. Is this the end? This 3-heart Dorothy with a bunch of 50-50 fatties? Oh, okay. They're not as fatty as I thought they'd be. Although this Stinky did not help us out at all. Well, I told you, if you're not alive, you can't get the clones at the end. Yes. Piggy. Piggy's another one I think is a little bit slept on. It's a little bit underestimated in this game. All right, do we build on the future? Or do we just say, puck it? That was a bad pun. Not worth the effort. Puck worked out for us though. All right. Quests. That's really testing my pop filter. Quests. I think I have a pretty good pop filter on this mic, so it's all right. All right. Pan is helpful for a number of different ways. Taking a lot more of these kinds of spells, or these kinds of treasures now, because I realize there are a lot of spells that I cast without even really thinking about it. Hey, can we finish both of these? Probably not. No, we're not gonna be able to finish both. We can Minotaur. These trades are bumming me out. Alright, Hyena to complete the quest. Breadcrumbs, because it just goes well with my Word of Anger. A Pucky Puck. A Gold Athena. Magic Acorn is good at this moment. Oh no, it's Twitch chat. They are far more active than I'm used to. All right, Minotaur. I have yet to see how Mimic is good. I understand that getting ranged on another character is good and getting sneak on another character is good, but I fail to see how Mimic is good. You stack Treasure Hoard, so that could also be good, but I've yet to see it work. I've yet to see it do really well. Is this the time? Am I talking myself into Mimic? It's it's something else for the Hyena. All right, fine. I guess we're doing Mimic. Treasure Hoard. Okay, so now you get the chance to see how good Mimic could actually be. I don't want to lose the Hyena. I think I do need to lose the Hyena, though. There we go. All right, am I starting to see, am I going to become a Mimic believer? Is this going to show me why Mimic is actually good? I'd love to see it. Okay. So we'll Woods and we'll buff everybody. Black Hole. Black Hole is handy. It's not really doing anything with what my board is doing. This is a Fae. Yeah. 2, 3. This also is going to buff these other slots, so let's do that. We'll take this for the Mimic value. Is it end of the line yet? Nope, it's not, because I've got Piggy. Okay. Okay. I've never seen Mimic work out this well before. Maybe I've been too slow. Maybe I'm just finding like the right stuff. Golden. It's golden, right? I want more gold. I think the buff is fairly negligible. Although I hate saying no to this after it got a buff, because I do think that this isn't terrible, but the don't have much hunting going on. Oh, here we go. Oh, dragon dice. Dragon dice or golden fountain? I think dragon dice. So don't forget that this is actually a dragon. We could just lost in the woods for something better, though. Alright, golden pucky. Jasmine dragon, I would say, is a little better. I'm tired of not popping this mechanical dragon all the time. I'm tired of being so good that my guys never die. There's that golden fountain again. Do we want to duplicate? No, because we're already at legendary, so we'll just... Oh. So you discover a treasure, keep an extra one, keep an extra one. That just means we're going to get 3 every time. Oh, and 3 of the least impactful treasures. Now here we go. This is a little bit better. All right, I would say that the mimic is doing a thing because of all of the treasures, for sure. Fairy dragon is a billion times better now than... Oh, because dragon dice. Is that why this is happening? Dragon dice plus the golden fountain? Is that why this is happening? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Combustible dragon. I've never gotten that to work. But if there's ever a time when it could work, I feel like it's this moment. I mean, look at how many treasures we've got. It does seem good to deal 50 damage to an enemy. That does seem good. But you'd be surprised how many times... Oh, that mop. Be surprised how many times it just doesn't hit anything, like, valuable. Like that. It did some damage, but... Alright. So does this... So it just doubles the... So it doesn't do twice the damage, but it just doubles what I'm already doing. I'm dealing 100 damage to an enemy. Of course, after this, it's going to be much more. Alright, I can't forget that I've got this out, so I should be casting more spells. Also, I should be putting this up here because I want this to die. There's one spell. There's 2 spells. Now we get an extra shot. We buff everyone up real nice. And now we'll get 3 treasures. Oh, just kidding. We're out of common treasures. Alright, Twitch chat. How about you like, follow, and subscribe this board. This is why I'm not successful as a streamer. Because I can't trash talk. Hey, Twitch chat, control F this. Is that better? I don't think that was better. That might have been worse. Hey, Twitch chat, you've just been banned. I don't know. I don't think I'm cut out for it. I don't think I'm cut out for the... I don't think I'm cut out for it. Well, we're officially out of common treasures. Oh yeah, I'm choosing 3. What the heck am I doing? Nothing like playing Twitch chat and winning. Feels like every time we do Once Upon a Galaxy, we only get 10 games in. I don't think we're playing optimally. Just seems like we should be able to get in a lot more. Okay. The worst hero to get. Although, it might be okay because it's early. Usually Santa Claus is just... It always kills me. It always, like, works the opposite way for me. If I take Santa Claus, he's trash. If I play against him, and he just wrecks my whole life. It's usually how it goes. Davy Jones Locker. Where did that come from? Let's find out. Hey, I've heard a lot of people talk about Davy Jones Locker. What's the background story on that reference? Since we've been learning about Athena, whatnot.
Davy Jones's Locker is a nautical expression referring to the bottom of the sea, the final resting place for drowned sailors and sunken ships. The origins are murky, but Davy Jones emerged in sailor folklore in the 1700s as a malevolent sea or devil who claimed the souls of those who died at sea. The locker represents the watery grave where these souls and ships were stored. The character gained widespread popularity through literature, especially the adventures of Peregrine Pickle, 1751, where Davy Jones is, described as having saucer eyes, 3 rows of teeth, horns, a tail, and blue smoke rising from his nostrils. The myth was further cemented in popular culture through sea shanties, maritime stories, and more recently, the Pirates of the Caribbean films, which portrayed Davy Jones as a cursed captain with tentacle-like features.
All right. I probably should have taken the spell one there. Not really paying attention very well in this game. Yeah, I don't think this game is going to end well for me. I've been kind of out of it for this one. Oh boy. All right, Jack, close us off. Seems to happen almost every time we stream. Get Jack at the end and he really closes this out well. And if anybody thought that Hunt isn't gonna, that this isn't good, I'm gonna show you. This one's pretty good. All right. Do this. Do this. Do you want to get that monkey in there early? Yeah. Good job, monkey. Plunder Penny has been a bit of a disappointment here on the back end, but I think Relic of Antiquity could be good in this. I think it could be. All right, I don't think Karma Chameleon. I don't think that doubles. Even though it says that your hunts are doubled, I don't think that one stacks. I might take it anyway, just because. Oh, there's Shanty. All right, Charming. There's Achilles. Is he gonna be too wimpy though? He might be. I don't want to just buff up the enemy. All right. Gold Chameleonaire. Hunt +7. That's pretty insane. Okay. So we need a good Achilles and we need a good Chameleon. I think I'm just going to actually let Chameleon do his thing right off the bat. Okay. So we got some hunts, but everybody died. All right. That's not bad at all. All right, keep this guy back here. Keep this guy back here. Silver Achilles. Have we even managed to hunt much? Is my innkeeper gonna get much of a buff right now? Scarecrow. For the lulls, I guess. Ouch. Nameless one. He does hunting. I don't know, Scarecrow. You were never a serious part of the plan. So, you know, just calm your teas. Okay. Any mages in the house? That's all right. We don't need the extra shop. Oh, delightful, delightful. There's just not even that much that you have to do. Like, you get a good hunt engine going with Jack Sparrow, and there's just not even much you have to do. Just sit back and watch the fireworks. All right, so Blackbeard would be the nuts at this point. If we could get a Blackbeard here. Kraken's good too. Unfortunately, can we get a Kraken to happen? He's pretty big. Could we get him? Oh, sure. There we go. Yes, sirree. This one is almost this one's almost a done deal. Drakey. Drakey's a little too slow. Maybe we just keep buffing the front here. Yeah, we just need a really good hunt from the Kraken and ouch. All right. Hercules is just a little too late. It's just a little too late. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh. How did I lose my whole heart? I don't care. Jack is still OP. There's nothing you can do to tell me otherwise. Jack is still super OP. Still OP. Can't. You can't tell me otherwise that he's not OP. You can't tell me that.
What have we learned today?
We got out of here so quickly. Hold on, I want to check this out. All right. Legendary rank has been dropping a bit, but I assume that's just because there are a lot of other people in Legend. But that top 500 is right about where we were looking to go. And the MMR is up. Because I was at 2,700 this weekend, but we're up to 2,800, which is nice. I don't know how it works, if 3,000 is even a possibility, but I'd like to think it is. And a top 500 in Legendary feels like it could be in my grasp. What's not in my grasp is the wins leaderboard. Because how do these freaks have anything else going on in their lives? How do you get 470 wins already? What is it? It's May 12th. It's May 12th. Hold on a second. I am not great at doing math in my head. So if you take 470 wins and you divide that by 12, that's 40 wins a day. That's 39. That's almost 40 wins a day. That is absolutely asinine. What's this person doing? I'm worried about their well-being.
What have we learned today?
I think what we learned is that this person needs to get a welfare check or something. That's not good. Okay, we learned about Athena. Athena came from Zeus's forehead, right? We learned about Davy Jones, and his locker represents death at the bottom of the sea, where all the spirits are stored. Did we learn anything else? I don't think so. I just learned that I'm not good at trash talking. I try to trash talk and it just doesn't go well. Maybe I should stop trying to trash talk so much. Especially during these games. Okay, Funsplosion XXL, May 28th. The only way that you can be eligible to win the Pokemon box is to follow the Twitch, is to subscribe to the YouTube, it's to join the Bandit Timmy's Discord. You can do all three and gain yourself all 3 entries for that. Then watch the Funsplosion XXL stream, where we'll play some games, have some fun. At the end of the stream, we'll give away the Pokemon box. But you have to be watching the stream in order to win. So if you're not watching the stream, boo-hoo. I'm going to pick your name, you're not going to message me, and then I'm going to say, all right, we'll pick the next person. So don't miss out on Funsplosion XXL, May 28th, North American time, May 29th, early in the morning, Taiwan time. That's it for us today. Have a good day. Hey, hey. What do you say?
If you're still there, please join the club. Like and follow us on Twitch and YouTube.